Hey there, I'm Daisy Whitney in San Jose, reporting for BTV and NBC Bay Area as part of our series of interviews with Cisco. Talk to Cisco's VP of Marketing about its strategy with flip cameras, how consumers are using them, and how businesses are using them as well. Tell us what's going on with the flip. You introduced a new version around Christmas time. Is there an upgrade coming out? Some folks have said you're going to be introducing something at NAB. Is that in the works?
Well, what we did at Christmas time was we introduced some new products. This was the primary one, which is a new version of the Flip Minnow. And so it's got the very small and thin form factor of the old Minnow, but it has twice the memory, so it can store 2 hours of video. And it's got a bigger screen on the back, so it makes it easier to see the video. And it's got an HDMI connection, so you can connect it right up to your big screen TV and watch the video right off of here. We also introduced, in keeping with this idea of cloud-based services, we introduced clients for the iPhone, the BlackBerry, and Android. So once you store your video in the cloud using our software and our cloud-based service, you can then play it back on any iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry phone. So it's easy to look at it mobile as well as on your computer. And we also introduced a new product called FlipShare TV, which is a little box that's got Wi-Fi in it, and it lets you view the videos that are on your computers or on the internet on your big screen TV. Just plug this box in. So
basically your goal is to have Flip be kind of the centerpiece of ingesting and acquiring the video, and then have consumers and users be able to watch it wherever they are, whether they're out on the road, out and about, or if they're at home.
PC, mobile, TV, exactly. And that FlipShare software is on a lot of different devices, so it makes it very easy to take the video that you capture, in particular personal video, and put it in the cloud and share it on all these different devices and with lots of different people too. One of the primary uses of this, well, that's starting now, is using flips in the enterprise. And so this is happening just at Cisco. To give you an example, we have a lot of executives that do video blogging, and it's actually really pretty easy. Instead of, writing down, you can just set this up on a tripod in your office, and it's very casual, and you sit there and you can talk about what you want to communicate, and then we post it, and it's available to the other employees to look at. And our CEO and chairman, John Chambers, does the same thing from his office. I mean, he has a TV studio, so you could go in the studio and do a very high profile, high polished production, which he does at times, but he produces a top of my mind video that he puts up every week or every couple weeks, and it's just him sitting in his office with the pictures of his family in the background, and he just talks and says what's on his mind using a flip camera, and it makes it very easy, and it generates kind of a different perspective when you're watching it. It's not polished or scripted. It's really just what he's thinking about, and it's a very kind of communication that's very true. You can really understand what he's thinking and what he's feeling.
Now, Ken, do you have other examples of companies and how they're starting to integrate Flip? Because I find that really fascinating. We know, of course, that it's being used to record your kid's birthday party or a soccer game or even video blogging, as you mentioned. But what are some other ways that it is being used and that you see it being used in companies?
Well, a couple of other examples. One would be at Proctor and Gamble, where they have seeing what Cisco's doing, and they're interested in doing something similar, and so they've given their executives flip cameras to do this kind of video blogging as a way of communicating within their company, because it's a big company with a lot of employees. They've also distributed flip cameras to people in their research groups, so they do a lot of consumer research about the products they produce, and it's a great way of really being able to have insight into what consumers are thinking and feeling about the products that they're testing by giving them a camera and letting the consumers tell you what they think about your new products in video. You can get a lot more insight than you can in just reading a transcript or filling out a survey.
Final question for you on cameras. Do you worry at all that Flip will become obsolete because of iPhones and Androids and just whipping your phone out of your pocket and shooting that man on the street video right then and there?
Well, actually, we think that's something that is encouraging for the category of camcorders, because what you see is that the main issue is getting people to really like using video. And if you make it easy for them to take the video, then they will want more and more video. And the kind of video you take with the camcorder is, not as high quality as a video you can take with one of these. So it's the same way that although pretty much every phone now has a camera, people are still buying digital still cameras because they take better pictures. And for those occasions when you want something better, you can have that with you. And it's one of the benefits of the Flip Minnow is it's so small, it's easy to carry around with you. So you don't have to just use the camera phone because you didn't bring your big camcorder with you. You could take this everywhere. So basically, the more people use video, the better it is for Flip, because if they like video, they'll like Flip even more.